Thanks for coming, Lani. Excited to have you come and pick your Surf Fantasy team. So, your current Olympic gold medalist in the 4x2 from Paris and current world record holder in the short course 800 recently at the World Cup. And you're also the third fastest woman in the 800 of all time. So, those are all pretty impressive results, but we all know that that's just your side hobby of a sport. The main passion is surf. Congrats on all those results. How's it been in preparation for all them?
Yeah, it's been really fun. I never thought I'd end up being a city girl. I grew up on the coast my whole life, so now living in Brisbane is really weird, but I'm super fortunate that my parents live on the Sunshine Coast again after moving to Melbourne, and I visit Janaea Massey and friends on the Gold Coast a fair bit. So, still very lucky that I get to spend time at the beach. But yeah, didn't think I'd end up being a city girl after living coast for 23 years, but here we are, and yeah, it's been such a cool year. I never expected to swim the way that I am, but having a coach that believes in me is really, really special. And yeah, swimming good's also pretty nice.
Yeah, no, you've been awesome. You've been improving rapidly. Excited to see what you do in the upcoming events. So I thought today we would use the time to go and show the amazing performance that you've had and surf racing. So if we go through the part of the Surf Fantasy side, I'll share my screen with you now. Entire
It's
screen.
crazy.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that have gone from surf, there's like such a cool pathway from surf lifesaving into Olympic sports. Like you have so many that do open water, heaps that go from surf lifesaving into kayaking, and obviously pool swimming as well. So I always love coming back to lifesaving and racing at these events. The World Ocean Series is so much fun, and having something like this where you can actually compete against your friends outside of also competing at the beach is really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's such a good point. I actually think I did the numbers recently and I couldn't find another sport that's not an Olympic sport that has fostered as many
Yeah,
Olympians as surf clubs. So it's a sport that we all love and it's built some pretty incredible athletes.
yeah, for sure.
Before we get into that actually, are you going to be at the Hayden Kenny Classic? Can we get an official announcement?
Yes, I'm racing the Hayden Kenny Classic, and I'm racing an iron pending on the surf size. If the surf's small, I'm gonna come up on the Friday of. I've not touched a ski in 2 years since Manly in 2023 when the meet was cancelled for the bull sharks, and I also have no idea where my board is. I think Jack Hansen's got my board and Aspen's paddling it up in the river at the moment. So yeah, I have a ski paddle, which is a bit random. I reckon
Yeah,
I've used it all of 3 times. So that's sitting in the garage in Brisbane. But yeah, it'll be a bit of fun to come and do an iron and then obviously race at the Taplins with Alex Surf Club and then another swim.
that's so exciting. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, if you
Thought I'd
can't find
leave
a
the
board,
board alone.
there'll be plenty lying around on the beach. Just grab one. I'm sure no one
Yeah.
will get upset. That's
I
awesome. It's
actually
great
did a
when
board, like a semi half-assed board session down at Burleigh. I was visiting Janaea, and I think they were doing ski, so I ended up taking Corey Fletcher's board out, and I was just going to catch waves, and then I did board starts with the junior squad. So I've done a little bit. I've done enough.
that's awesome. Yeah, you didn't have enough training on that day. You needed to find something to do.
No, I was on a break. It was bliss.
Yeah. At least you're picking the best part of surf sports, which is the board.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. So one big part of our site is that if you go into the athlete rank, you can see the full history of the results, but also the current rankings based on your average position for either this season, the last 12 months,
Mm-hmm.
or all of your results that we have in our database. So everything that there's been a live hits events for. And one of the most incredible parts of the site is the women's swim, because in the last 12 months, you've averaged first.
Yeah,
And in all races, you've averaged 1.1, which I think you're going to be furious about.
yeah. Worst is two. That's not bad. I think there was. I mean, it doesn't count for the surf fantasy, which keeps my average a little bit higher. But I think Lily O'Sullivan, Lana, and I forget someone else beat me at Worlds. So my worst result for the past like 4 years is fourth or something,
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that because we haven't included worlds in our data.
which
This
is
is,
good. We'll keep it out of it.
oh, well, maybe we have to change it to humanize you a bit. But
No,
yeah,
I hate losing, so you can keep it as worst result as number two.
fair enough. Competitive is everyone. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. In all of our history, you've done 12 races, made 12 finals, and your worst result is second. So this is in
Yeah,
all
it's not
10,000
that.
and 7,000 events, not including, and Aussies, but not including worlds. So we need to look into that one.
Yeah.
And the consistency is 0.3. So the lower the consistency number, the more consistent your results are. And
Huge.
that's unheard of. That's consistency across competition that we're probably never going to see again in surf,
Mm.
especially considering it's such a sport with random results happening all the time.
Yeah.
So
I think
pretty
it's hard. Like, I got more and more nervous the longer that I hadn't been beaten. I think there was one season, it might have been 22 to 23. I won like 6 from 6 races. And then it was like, all right, like, how long can I stay unbeaten for? And I think Worlds, I'd just come back from the Olympics. And I was so nervous about racing anyway because I didn't want to lose. And I'd had time off and had a break. And I ended up entering last minute because I was just going to race Taplins.
yeah.
Um, yeah, and I remember doing that swim and I turned around and there was a wave and I just remember being so pissed because I wanted to keep that streak alive as long as possible. And then I got fourth. So there's no technically photo of me not being on the podium. But I congratulated all the girls and I was happy for them. And it takes a little bit of pressure off me now because I can just go and race and not have to worry about the unbeaten
Yeah,
thing.
you were fake happy for everyone to beat
Yeah, okay.
you. Yeah, that is fourth being your worst result, I think, is pretty unbelievable. But if you actually go into your account and we look at last 12 months, haven't lost. We've got best conditions and worst conditions, and they're both exactly the same because it doesn't change. And if we go all races, we don't have your worlds one, but we can look
Yeah,
at the
good.
trend. You're on the rise. You're getting better. So
Oh,
we've got your one
yes.
second was the 2021 Shaw and Partners Shannon Eckstein.
You know what's absolutely criminal about that as well?
Do you remember it?
It was gutter racing, it was M shape, and
M shape.
I had some, yeah, it was an M shape like run
I
that
don't
we
remember
went
that.
the opposite way. So we went from left to right because the sweep was so bad, and I was winning, and then someone caught a wave on me, and then I swam past them on the next run on the M shape out, and then they caught another wave on me, and it was a sprint finish. It makes me so mad
Yeah,
about it because I was like, in the space of one race, how does 2 waves happen? But anyway, it's
yeah.
fine.
Well, that's all
It's a
right.
long time ago.
The body waves are the only thing that keeps me in the sport. That's my specialty is ruining other people's days on body wave.
Just they need to make a new event, and it's just world champs body surfing. Take the rest of the swim out. Just catch a wave in and sprint finish.
Exactly. Yeah, there was a little
I
bit of something
wouldn't
like that for a while
participate,
with the dash
but
for
I'd
cash.
watch.
You'd watch.
I never did that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
never like because I was always training on the Saturday morning. I never ended up doing the dash for cash at the Shannon round.
Yeah, that was a cool event. If they find time
Yeah,
in the schedule, they should bring that back because there's just so much racing, but it was really fun. But yeah, the incredible
didn't
thing,
Georgia and Riley won a board rescue or something together? It was like a board rescue in on that afternoon. I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere.
yeah,
I don't
your
know. Don't
results
quote me.
recollection is far better than mine. We need Connor Maggs here who remembers every result for the last 20
Yeah.
years. Yeah. But yeah, pretty unbelievable that your worst ever result is second. And since then, in a major event, which is Aussie's 7,000 and 10,000 World Ocean Series events, you have won every single time. So
Yeah, that's
congratulations for that. If we ever
thank
see
you.
that again in surf, that'll be pretty incredible. Yeah, 12 finals, best finish, worst finish, second. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to
Hectic.
humanize you a bit, and I know you didn't want to, but I'm going to go through your irons just to prove that there is an area you can work on in your
Worst iron 65th.
yeah. So you're trending down, unfortunately, irons, which probably
Oh,
comes from your lack of training.
yeah. When did I
But
even do them? Oh,
you
I did.
there you go, 2021, same day. You must have been mad and gone and done the iron because you didn't win
God,
the
I don't
swim.
even remember doing that.
Yeah. 33rd, it's pretty
Right.
good. And then you got a 54th. Your consistency isn't as high in the irons as well because
Oh,
you're a bit
I pulled
sporadic.
out of that one. I did the
Ah,
heat and no, I did the heat and then I did the repechage and I was like, this is too hard. I'm not doing it. So then I pulled out.
yeah, fair enough. Harder than a 1500 and 800 in a pool are
Honestly, it
disagree.
is like running transitions is what gets me. And like I think I've said it a couple times. Like I actually have a lot of respect for everyone that does the iron and like does them repeat back to back almost every weekend because it actually is a really hard event to race. Like it's easy if you're doing like one or two once a year, but they actually are really hard.
Yeah. It's the difference in the sports. We all respect the ones that we can't do. I think
Yeah,
pool
100%.
swimming is unbelievable. I don't understand how people move through water like that. Whereas I like just going in and out through the surf. I find that much
Yeah.
easier.
I just get scared I'm going to break a nail if I'm going out in big surf, so I try not to.
Yeah, good priorities. Great priorities. Yeah, so there. Lani can be beaten as long as there's a
Yeah.
run, a ski, and a board in this.
Honestly, it's just the ski.
You said you have a paddle.
Board
That's the one thing you know
board
where it
paddling
is.
is just swimming. Board paddling is like the exact same as swimming. It's just because I stay on my stomach like the whole board race. Um, yeah, but ski paddling is not. It's not
Ski
for me.
paddling and swimming don't mix well, not at all. Right. Another cool part of the site is we can go back and see all of your results. Sorry, up the top, all your races. So you've got your overall results, which is ridiculous.
Oh
And
wow.
then you've got all your races. This includes all your heats. This is unbelievable as well. Out of all the heats you've done, you've got your second here at Northcliffe, which was 8 foot out of bank. So that's why I was in the gutter. So there was
Yeah,
plenty of waves to interrupt your swimming. The only
yeah.
time you haven't won apart from those two is a fourth in the semi-final at Northcliffe. Do you remember
That
that?
yeah. I came down after. Um, I think I came down after an event camp, and I think we had something like 3100's best average that morning. And everyone that you missed on the time that you were given, you had to add another one. So I ended up doing 40, I think. And I remember running down to the beach straight off the back of that. And I was so tired that I considered pulling out of the whole day.
Yeah.
And then I did the swim and I was fine.
Yeah. Well, fourth is unacceptable, so maybe you should have pulled
Oh,
out. Yeah. But yeah, I
I
think
love that majority of the times I race, it's like 4 foot, 2 foot, 1 foot.
yeah.
Like
Well, you
a
come to
lot of
all
the
the
times I do
majors.
end up racing is small.
Yeah. Well, you come to all the big events at Northcliffe usually, where it's usually pretty big. But then the Hayden
Yeah,
Kenny, this is the one you don't miss, and that one's usually pretty small, except for
yeah.
that one year
That
where,
1 year.
yeah, one of the scariest weekends of racing I've ever done.
I actually thought I was going to drown. And same as I think Shannon at the start of this year, Leon Marchand and all of the swimmers came down to watch.
Yeah.
And halfway out, I copped like a set to the face, and I was like, "No, this is me done. Like, I'm getting the IRB, and I'm not swimming anymore."
Yeah. Well, if the
I
best
get a bit
best
dramatic.
in the world is wanting to pull out, then it shows a little bit about the
Yeah,
sport, I guess. It's a little bit scary sometimes. Yeah.
100%.
But yeah, this is pretty incredible. I hope you can keep your streak. And there's also a secret part of me that can see someone come down a body wave because I love that part of the sport. And maybe if we get you angry enough, you'll start coming to more races to prove yourself.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so that's your analytics. There's not
Cool.
much else to go into depth to because it's all the same. It's all
Yeah,
ones. So I was hoping now we could go through and get you to pick your team for the Strong Partners Hayden Kenny up at Alex
yeah,
in
without a
next week.
doubt.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Talk me through your team selections for Hayden Kenny.
Okay,
The forecast is
my.
small surf, so we're definitely seeing in the iron.
Mhm.
Although unfortunately not ranked in the top 20, so you can't select yourself for that one. But go for it. What's your pick?
I don't think I'd select myself in the top 20 for the iron anyway. I have no faith in my ability for that, so I'll leave that to the pros. But I think for the men in tier A, it's rude of me not to select Cooper Williams, considering he was a big part of my career at Alex when we were training together under my mum, Janelle Pallister at Cotton Tree. So I think Cooper's got a very strong individual swim, which I think Alex is known for normally having a relatively moderate length swim. It's not super long, it's not super short. Um, so a little bit of bias on selecting Cooper, and also not knowing the order is a bit weird. But I'm just going to select Cooper anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
I've seen him lead out every order, so I
oh,
think
well,
that
there we go.
he's a pretty
Um,
explosive person and it's at his home beach, so I reckon that's a great choice.
tier B. Well, I feel like it's rude of me not to select you because I'm talking to you right now, and I want to
Yeah.
see you do all of the things well. So good juju for Charlie, and
Thank you, Lani.
you're
Yeah.
gonna absolutely crush the iron.
The meeting would have
And
ended if you
then,
didn't pick me, so that was a good choice.
pardon?
The meeting would have ended if you didn't pick me, so it's a good
Well, I'm expecting support when I'm running a transition on Friday. So,
choice.
and
For
then
a positive or constructive support?
maybe a bit of both. You can tell me that I'm doing an average job coming off the ski, but
Yeah,
just like pump me up a little bit going into the swim.
will do.
Yeah. Tier C, I'm gonna select Connor Maggs. Connor's good at swimming as well in flat conditions and big conditions, but I think the way that we saw him race last Iron season and moving up to Mermaid, being with a new coach and a new club, is really cool. So I'm a big Kai Hurst fan, so I think that by supporting Connor, I'm also supporting Kai. Kai's the greatest surf lifesaving swimmer of all time. I think he still has that title over me, which I'm happy to give him any day of the week. So they're
Not
my three
according to the
picks.
database.
Not according to the database. Um, well, I guess I can just have the database's top pick.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
they are my three for the men's iron.
Good pick. Yeah, Connor's definitely on a
Yeah,
roll with his irons, and I've
100%.
heard that he's swimming a lot. So if there's a
Love
swim
that.
heavy race, that's a good pick.
Okay, men's board. I am going to select Braden Casamento. Braden is known for being very good in flat. We saw him paddle absolutely wild at the Aussies in Western Australia. He's an athlete that's able to back end a race as well. So I think having it being a flat race, fingers crossed, is good for him.
He's been
I
paddling
think,
awesome. Fun fact, he's actually one of the highest ranked average position wise in all of our data for like all of time. So
yeah,
he's a very safe pick. He's very consistent.
yeah, always super consistent.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
that's
I feel
tough
like
with
Corey is a safe pick, and so
yeah,
is Zach. But I mean, Braden's from Alex, so I'm also going to select
yeah,
him on that.
for sure. Yeah, well, the board field at the moment is so strong, and the results vary so much. So the average result is an important factor in that one.
100%. And is dating one of my best friends, so she'd be sad at me if I if I didn't support her man.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that
Um,
go into this, isn't there?
so many choices. Um, Tier B again is Charlie. You've been paddling really good and have always historically been very good on a board. That's your specialty.
Thank
Um,
you.
so I feel like that's an easy choice. And then Tier C, I'm gonna go with Sean Riley because I saw him paddle at Burley the one time or handful of times that I've been down there. He's someone that's been really consistent, I guess, last season and this season, being under Kingy. I think he's paddling really well at the moment. So he's going to be my third pick
Good
for the
choice.
board.
He's an absolute workhorse. He dominates training sessions, and he had, I think, his best result in a World Ocean Series last year at the Hayden Kenny with a third. So that's a good choice.
Oh, huge.
Also love Shawnee, so I'd love for him to get a win.
Okay, the ski, tier A, I'm going to go with Riley Fitzsimmons. Riley's, I want to say, three-time Olympian, Rio, Tokyo, Paris, or Tokyo. No, it's three, isn't it?
I'm going to trust you here. All I know is
Okay,
he's a
yeah,
silver medalist
yeah.
and a former
Australian
King
ski
Mayfield.
champion. He's an Olympic silver medalist in the K4. Um, has been back at training since the Olympics, so I think he's a pretty safe bet to pick for Tier A. Jake Morris is also paddling really well, but you can't have both, and I think sometimes age and maturity plays dividends.
Yeah, got to go the experience. You can see that 63% of people agree with you. That little percentage. Lots of
Yes.
fortunate people that have picked that athlete. So people think Riley's going to be the one to beat.
Interesting. Alrighty. Tier B, I'm going to select Alexander Headland's ski coach, James Porter. JMO also lets me paddle his ski when I do irons. So we have a similar leg length, which is really funny. James has always been. I also don't rotate, so I have to have the legs in a ski a little bit shorter than I guess like you guys would, because if I rotate too much, I'll fall out. So I'm very much just upper body on the ski paddle. But James has been huge for all of our taplins, always pulls it out when he needs to. I'm sure he'll be paddling in a taplin this weekend with the mixed and obviously the men's as well. So James is my pick for tier B.
Absolute local
And
hero. Good choice.
yeah, surely being from Alex, there has to be some sort of home ground advantage.
Definitely. He can choose the
um,
can settings.
I try. I really try, but they can't make the swim as long as the shark net. So, and my pick for tier C is hard because you have Lockie Tame, who has historically been an incredible ski paddle on the surf, also an Olympian. Jackson Collins, Noah Havard, who have also both recently just gone to the Olympics. But then Corey Fletcher, who, if he gets off the ski at the same time as any of those boys, would outrun them any day. So
Yeah.
this is a pretty hard category, but I'm going to pick Jackson Collins. He's paddling really well in a kayak at the moment, and with the predicted conditions being relatively small, I feel like it's his home ground, so it's his conditions. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that one.
Yeah, for sure. Good pick.
And the swim, the swim, I sorry, Joel. I'm going to pick Hayden Cotter. Hayden has won 4 from 4 swims at the Alexandra Headland Hayden Kenny Classic. So going on historically how he's raced at Alex, you'd be silly not to pick him.
Yeah, also used to race for the club up the road as well, so he's got that home
Yeah, but
understanding.
we don't talk about them.
Don't talk about that. Didn't mention
No,
the
that's just North Alex.
name.
um, tier B, I am going to. Mm-mm-mm. Jackson's beaten me in a swim before, just once.
He hasn't shown up
Riley
about it
Brennan,
either.
yeah, of course. I was like 15 then, so if we rematched, like I'd probably win.
I tell him the
Riley
same thing.
Brennan, pardon?
I tell him the same thing. Every
Yeah,
night you come up at the dinner, every time you come up at the dinner table, he brings up the story of putting the shoulder in around the turning flag, and that one time he beat you. So we need to fix that.
it's so well. I was running up with Jackson and with Mitch. I forget his last name. But Mitch just let me go, and I thought that I'd like had half a shoulder in front of Borgie, so I almost like half tried to cut him off at the turning thing, and I didn't anticipate that he was as big as what he was. I don't know what made me think that I was going to come off best in that, but
Biggest shoulders in
it was
sport.
funny. Yeah, for real. And all the commentators are like, "Where's the chivalry?" Like it was actually so funny. But if I was a
Yeah.
man, like no one would have cared. They would have thought it was funny. So I forgive him.
Yeah, that's good.
Um,
It's funny that he's one of the nicest people in the sport and he did that.
yeah, absolutely. Everyone gave me so much room around those swim cans as well. Like none of the boys hit me. Like that was
The
probably the
girls,
nicest surf race I've ever
the
had.
girls are mean to race with. Every time I'm at training, there's scratching, there's pulling.
Yeah,
It's scary.
it's aggressive.
Yeah.
And I don't like getting stuck in that pack when it is that aggressive because I'm not into it.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the team selection.
Sorry.
Um,
Too chatty.
yeah, James Kosh just raced in Germany for German Cup, but I'm going to pick Riley Brennan because Riley and I raced the Lifesaver Relay at Aussies, and he's relatively the same as how I swim, and I would say he's stronger than I am in the surf. So we'll go with Riley for tier B. And tier C feels rude not picking Henry Simpson, but I'm going to go with Connor Maggs again because of all of the reasons that we said before with his
Yeah.
season being with Kai's history, and yeah, competing
Yeah.
confident at the moment. Swim.
The women's swim, let's go.
Well, I'm going to choose myself.
Good choice. That's the entire reason we made this site is so people can pick themselves and their teams. We've had Jet Kenny furious lately because he can't pick himself at the moment.
Why
So
not?
because we've capped it at top 20. So something we're going to work on to bring it is that tier C is going to be endless. So you can go through
Yeah,
and pick whoever you want.
right.
But not for
Well,
this week. Hey, Jet. Sorry, mate.
yeah, sorry, Jet. Um, Tier B is Naomi. Naomi's the only one of 3 people that have beaten me in the past 4 years or something, and is the one athlete that is always right next to me off the start. So she's my tier B. If I can't win it, she'll probably win it. Pippi Tapani is also swimming really well at the moment, but I'm gonna stick with Naomi.
Yeah.
Um,
Pippi beats me most sessions.
you can't have that.
Not if there's a wave.
Yeah, fair, fair. Tier C, we are going to pick Gemma Smith Welsh because Gemma last year was one of the three that could have won the overall point score if I hadn't have won both at the Sean Partners round. So Gemma could have won it, Pippi could have won it, and I believe Naomi could have been the third person that could have won the overall if I hadn't have won both of them. So
Yeah,
anyone in that ballpark.
interesting. Who are you tossing up between against Gemma then? Or is it Gemma
I
all the
was
way?
looking at Claudia, and Claudia Roslavin is always really good in surf as well. But I think Gemma comes from a pool swimming background, so given the conditions that are predicted with the 1 to 2 foot, Gemma will swim pretty well when it's flat as well.
Yeah, for sure. Good choice.
Okay, Ian. Heartbroken that Georgia has retired.
Yeah,
That hurt my soul when she retired. Like, ugh,
yeah.
I'm such a
Video
big
was
Georgia
awful.
fan.
Yeah, we had to add in
Um,
this little bracket thing because her results are so good over the last year that we can't kick her out of the average because even though other people are racing there, her average is still the highest.
yeah, at least no one's picked her. That like at least everyone read it.
Yeah, almost
That's probably
1.4%.
for the best.
Yeah.
Um, Ian, I am gonna pick Emma because Emma is one of my best friends. We've grown up together, and we've raced at the same surf club since we were, I want to say, under 13s when she moved from Met Caloundra. Although she is nursing a shoulder injury at the moment, I'm sure she'll be fine at Alex. Um, Tier B. I'm gonna choose Lizzie. Lizzie's always been consistent, and I think she's been in the professional series for 10 years now. So she's someone that's always been there. She's got history and she's got so much experience racing the iron. So you can't ever count Lizzie out.
Yeah. That's a good pick, but also a dangerous one. This is our first race back this season because she had some illness in the off season. And I've seen her
No,
at
she'll be
training.
fine. She's
She's
tapered.
racing better than ever, but that'll be that'll be a good pick because I reckon some people aren't gonna have faith in her, but she's gonna smash it.
No, she'll be so fine. She's just on a long extended taper.
Exactly.
She'll be sweet. Um, Tier C. I. Hmm. Average 17. Oh, I don't know if the gold converts to short racing because I am almost torn between Electra and Lana. Um, the back end of Electra's gold was crazy, but I guess the run isn't that long and Electra's really good at the run. So I think I'm going to go with Lana, given her history in the Iron Series and her consistency, but also she just steps up for big events. So we'll
Yeah.
go Lana.
Safe bet. It's hard to pick. There's so many athletes in this tier,
Yeah,
and they're right at the top of the sport. Shows the randomness
there's
can
so
be,
much depth.
yeah, if you get one bad result, your average goes out and you can still be the best and see that
Yeah.
anything can happen.
This one's fun. I feel like the women's board last year, there was always like three people that you thought would win literally every single race. Like I'm pretty sure by the end of it, um, I think Tiani, Lizzie, and Scully all could have won the overall point score,
Yeah.
and it all rode on like the very last race.
They
But
won best battle.
yeah, love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Scully for tier A. I feel like she's a safe bet. Tiani's paddling really well as well, but Scully's just been paddling better for longer. So we're going to go with Scully. Love Tiani, but we'll go with
Wow,
Scully.
big pick. That's Tiani's at
Um,
that club that shall not be named.
yeah,
I
not
reckon there's
Alex.
personal beef there.
No, never. I swam with Tiani for ages. So, I know, I just like winning. So anyone that I've picked, I hope they get up. I'll be really disappointed if they don't.
Yeah, you should heckle them if they're not. That's the
I
whole
actually
point.
think I probably will. I'm gonna have it on my phone and I'm gonna heckle all of them down at the beach.
Good. That is great.
um, well, that happens in swimming. We get DMs if we swim bad. Anyway, not about me.
Really?
I got cold washed.
No.
Um, yeah, after the Olympics last year, I got cold washed, and I was like, just you wait.
Yeah, so
um, I think we. Oh no.
this is a
I'm
tough
just a big
one.
Lizzie fan. I want to pick Lizzie because I'm such a Lizzie fan. um, because Brody's paddling really well at the moment as well. But I think Lizzie's had the consistency in the past, even with sickness. But she's on taper, so she's fine.
Yeah.
Um, and then tier C, I think we go with. I want to vote Olivia Corrin because she's an Australian board champion.
Aussie board
So I
champ.
feel like that's a safe bet as well.
Good choice. Last one, onto the
Lana
specialty.
48%. That's crazy.
Yeah, Lana's the hot
Ski,
favorite.
my favorite. uh, tier A, we're picking Gemma,
Good.
as with the other 72% of people.
I was gonna say if you're not picking Gemma, we're gonna have problems.
Yeah, we'll have a talk about it later. Tier B, we're going with Emily Doyle. Emily's paddled in a fair bit of the Northcliffe Taplin, so she's killing it on a ski at the moment. Transition more from being a swimmer into a ski paddler, I feel. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we'll pick Janaea. Janaea, I think she had first and thirds across majority of last season, and then she missed the final at Aussies, which throws her average a little bit. But if you take Aussies out of last year, I think she was third, first, third, first, third. I don't think she won a 10,000 round, but she won a lot of the sevens, I
That's an
think.
incredible history. I'm impressed with how much you
Yeah,
know about the results.
just a surf fan. I
Yeah.
like, even when I'm not racing, like my dad has been a surf forever and ever and ever. So he always has it on the TV. So when I get home from training on a Saturday morning, I get home and it's like on the live stream when I was still living on the Gold Coast with them. And then they also text me when they were living in Melbourne recently. They text me after I think it was Port Macquarie, and I don't know, there've been 2 rounds this year. They texted me all the results after both of them. So my family still love watching all of it, even when I'm not racing. So I normally am pretty pretty across everything. I just like sports, so that's fun.
So good. Thanks for the Palliser support. All right, that's your team. Click save so I can get a look at the whole
That's
team.
my team. God, you're gonna have a lot of clipping to do in the audios.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see if I'm good at this. All right.
Woohoo! One,
Two
two,
Charlie
three from
Verdes. Awesome
Alex,
choice.
plus one. 5 from Alex. I'm under the threshold. Lovely.
Yeah, you haven't just picked an Alex team. That's good.
No, I'm happy with that.
That's a great team. Not as good as the one I've picked, which is remaining a secret.
As if. I hope I'm on your team.
Yeah. And now that I know you're racing with me, the worst bit is I've made my team about 6 times, and Dad keeps deleting it because whenever he shows someone how to use the site, he logs into my account and deletes my team.
No way.
Yeah. So I need to keep remembering my teams.
Well, I feel like you have enough knowledge about everyone to know who to pick and who not. Well, not who not to pick, but people that the way they're training and racing and stuff at the moment. So,
Yeah. Well, this is what it's for. So he's the best at it. Thanks so
especially
much,
after being
Lani.
in WA,
Look forward to beating you in the fantasy.
you wish. There's no way.
Yeah. Thanks for taking the time, and
Anytime
look forward to seeing you race on the weekend
in the iron.
in the iron. That's all I'm there
That's the
for.
highlight. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, perfect. I don't know
Brilliant.
who's handling for me yet. So, if you're free, oh no,
Perfect.
you'll be
I,
racing at
I
iron.
hope I'm not free, but if I am, I'll be there. Yeah. All right. Thank
How
you.
good.